Welcome back. Utahns are getting ready to walk and raise money for a good cause. In just under 2 weeks, the Huntington's Disease Society of America's Utah Team Hope Walk is coming to Salt Lake City's Sugar House Park to raise some money. And joining us now is Chelsea Roberts. She is the president of Utah's chapter of the Huntington's Disease Society of America, and she is also the newly crowned Mrs. Utah. Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Tell us a little bit on what we have going on.
So we have a wonderful event coming up. It's the Team Hope Walk, and it's an annual event, and it's so wonderful. It brings together the community, and it brings so much hope to everyone who's fighting Huntington's at this time.
For people who don't know much about this disease, tell us a little bit about it.
Huntington's disease, it's a neurological degenerative brain disorder. So it's a inherited illness that affects the neurons in the brain, and it affects emotional, physical, and a little bit of cognitive as well.
And you personally have been impacted by that. Share your story with us.
So my mother, she had Huntington's disease. She was diagnosed when I was 8 years old, and so I did watch her progression. It was really hard, and she passed away 10 years ago. But there is a lot of hope with it. We have a wonderful community. My brother and sister also have the genetic markers for the disease, so it is a lifelong mission for me to advocate for awareness.
Growing up, what do you remember about what your mom was going through with that?
It was very difficult. She was so valiant in fighting and had such a hope about her, but it was hard to watch her decline. The mother I had, she progressively was not that anymore.
What do you think is one of the most common misconceptions about Huntington's disease, or what do you think people don't seem to understand?
Honestly, I don't think very many people know what Huntington's disease is, and that's kind of my mission, my lifelong mission, is to bring that awareness and to let people know that this is something that we should be aware of and that we need to advocate for.
What does that awareness do? How will that help in this?
So the wonderful donations that we receive from the Team Hope Walk and the generous sponsors, they go to help the Center of Excellence, which is here at the University of Utah. It also helps to support groups that come together free of charge. We have social workers that are able to give help when needed, and it also funds the research trials that we have to find a cure ultimately.
For people who have a loved one who has Huntington's disease, do you have any advice for them on how they can support them?
Huntington's disease, speaking from firsthand experience, it's a very isolating disease. You feel like you're all alone, but just know that you're not, that so many people are there to buoy you up, to help you, and are just cheering you on.
And I know we covered a couple of the resources, but are there any other resources people should be aware of if they are dealing with Huntington's disease or want to support a loved one?
Well, we have the Team Hope Walk. We also have a silent auction that's going to start from September 3rd to September 9th on our Instagram page, HDSA Utah. And then we also are going to have an after party at Kendra Scott City Creek from 2 to 4, and 20% of the proceeds will benefit the Utah chapter for the HDSA.
All right, that's wonderful. Chelsea Roberts, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much.
Sharing your story with us.
Thank you.